Jeff Dishy here again with another quick OpenAutonomy tutorial. Today we're going to be going through how the messaging system works, just as a kind of brief introduction to that. It's fairly simple. So as with some of the other demos, we have the Firefox user here. I'll go into its messaging system, and there is the Safari test user here. So I'll go into that as well. So first of all, when you look at this, you can see the list is empty, because nothing's actually been sent or received, so there's no content here. So what we'll do is we'll just start by creating a new message. Now, what you have to do is you add people from the contact list over here. So we'll say we're going to add the Firefox user, and we'll call this test message 1. Let's say this is some test content. Just send that. So now you can see that this shows up as being a message in the list. Now this list itself is going to be not for messages themselves, but actual message discussion threads. So that's why there's no distinction here between inbox and outbox or anything like that. It's more of a cohesive model like you see on some webmail systems. So over on the other side, I'll refresh this page, and there's my new message that came in from Safari test user with subject test message 1. So this is just viewing the message content, shows everybody that it went out to and who it was from. And so I can just reply to that saying some simple content and send that. So now it is showing up as red, it's no longer bold. But say I also want to send another message that was about something kind of unrelated. So I could say I'm going to send it to Safari test user, and this will be test message 2. So some unrelated content, and we'll send that. So now both of these, when I look at it from the Firefox user's point of view, it's just saying it sent both of them. It's the most recent sender of any of the messages in the thread. These are not unread because they're not bold, and they're distinct because they're actually messages we started differently. They're actually started as independent messages. So I'll refresh this over on the Safari test user side again, and here it shows both of the messages that have come in and that they were both sent by that other user. So here I could decide that, all right, I'll reply to this, further reply, and say I wasn't interested, this test message 2 here, say I'm not interested in that. So I'll just go back to the message index and say I'll delete that one. So now if I go back on this side, the Firefox user should now see this response that did come in from the other user, and then nothing's happened on this one. So this is sort of just the simple way that messaging would normally work, but this is just how it works within this system. So I'll just kind of read this. Yep, see all this stuff is as I expected it. And from there, I'll select all of these and just delete them. So like I said, a very, very simple system. Just the only thing particularly worth noting about it is the way that the management of all the messages as individual threads is handled, because it is different from kind of an inbox-outbox system, but it ends up being easier to manage when you're looking at larger lists of message threads.